And hello everybody, welcome to today's event here at St. Joltis Motor Speedway. We are here today for the Gander Showdown. This is the event that will allow drivers to get into the All-Star race. We have 14 drivers here today, all currently competing in Season 2 of the DASCAR Gander National Series. This is about half the field right here, and none of these drivers have wins this season. So all these drivers are going to be competing to get in the top two positions in today's race and earn their spot in the All-Star race. So it'll be a quick 10-lap shootout here today at St. Joltis to get into spots 28 and 29 tomorrow. Here's the command.
Your engines.
Like I said, only 2 spots available. So here's your starting grid on the left side of your screen. Cody Lamas will be on pole alongside Ryan Wilson on the front row. Then row 2 will feature RJ Bishop and Eric Steinmetz. And you'll have Jed Timms and Joseph Ernesto, Joshua Michaels and Kyle Keith. Kate Skirvin's going to move over to 28 today as Joshua Blackheart returns for a one-race deal in the 8. She'll drive the 28 this weekend. Jordan Colton for the 10. Pericles 11th, Annie Thomas 12th, Zachary Robinson 13th, and Kyle Anderson will be at the rear of the field in 14th. What's going on with Annie Thomas back there? She's down on the... I don't know what she's doing. She's down low. Pretty great third line. I believe she's going to go down pit road early. That might mean an early end to today for that car. As more importantly, the 9 car here. Nope, now the 47 is going to try to go back on track. 47 is going to go down pit road. This should make for some interesting racing, though. As the green flag is waving, the Gander Showdown is underway. A lot of drivers shuffling around early. Ooh, this is going to make for some fun racing. Kyle Keith moving quickly. A lot of drivers making their moves very early in this race. Now, Jed Timms is going to go to the inside. Now we're going to go 4 wide with Kate Skirvin in that Blue Ox 28. Like we said earlier, Joshua Blackheart's going to return for a one-race deal in the 8 car for the All-Star race as he earned his first win earlier this season at Watkins Glen. But after he stepped out of the ride and Kate Skirvin stepped in, both the drivers are eligible to compete. So Kate Skirvin's going to move over to the 28 and Joshua Blackheart will drive the 8 car. Now the 22, Jed Timms is going to allow the 28 of Skirvin to be out front. We're like 5 wide back there, I believe. Nope, 4 wide. Really tight racetrack to be running. A lot of drivers you got to watch out for. There might be some guys passing below the yellow line as Kyle Keith and Kyle Anderson are moving down there. Ooh, they're making some passes that we are going to have to discuss with DASCAR about this double yellow line rule. It is a non-points event, so there might be some exceptions to the rule. The rules state on Super Speedway tracks you are not allowed to pass under the yellow line. So that's going to be debatable by DASCAR. As Jed Timms now going to look to pass the 28 car of Kate Skirvin, as now Jed Timms going to move to the inside for the race lead. As he won't get it done, as Skirvin is still going to be your leader, but Timms does in fact have a good run, and now Kyle Keith's going to make a try to get it. This is a quick 10-lap shootout, if you didn't know. We're going to run 10 very quick laps compared to tomorrow's night's 20-lap event. Kate Skirvin still leading, but now Kyle Keith has the advantage. Now it's going to be Jed Timms on the bottom with the advantage. Still passing on that yellow line. It's going to be tough. Ooh! Really close down there for the 25 and the 62 of Ernesto. 25 of Steinmetz, 62 of Ernesto. Driving hard right there. I think they're going to save it. This may be. Right now, Jed Timms out front. Hugging the yellow line. Everybody riding that double yellow line is going to be some really tough calls by DASCAR to determine what happens after tonight's event. Right now, Jed Timms out front. Now Joshua Michaels is going to ride the bumper of the 22. Michaels driving that 04. He is in his sophomore season in the series, yet he is still winless. Nothing to claim for that 04 car, so he's now going to make a move inside and try to pass Timms. This should be really interesting to see who, if anyone, can win today's event. Now I think Michaels is up by a nose. Now Nesto gonna push the 04. SpongeBob SquarePants movie spots from the 04. This season, Adult Swim and Toonami are the associate sponsors. Now we're 4 wide back there. Kate Skirvin gonna go up high. As now we're gonna settle it back down with 3 wide. As whoa, there's Annie Thomas just getting back on track. As we are really hugging the line here. Bishop, Anderson, Wilson was hugging the line. Now it's Ernesto and Michaels predominantly. As now we're going to go to a 3. Our single file run, completing lap. We were going to complete lap number 3, but now everybody's going to go down pit road. Well, at least some people are. Others going to stay out, like Cody Lamas, who's now going to become the race leader here shortly. As these drivers take the long, hard run down to their pit stalls. As Cody Lamas is now the leader, as only 4 cars decided to stay out, being the 22, the 25, and the 83, the others. Lamas, a disappointing sophomore year, just to follow a disappointing freshman year in this season. Series, my apologies. Lamas, driving the 9 car this year, following terrible running in the 99 last season. Looking for any sort of redemption possible for that number 9 Dodge. Now moving up high is the 83 of Kyle Keith. Also not much to show for last year. Tried to put up a good showing in some instances, couldn't get it all done when he needed to. Keith now in his sophomore season in the series. The season now going to move high with Jed Timms. Jed Timms going to join him. As Eric Steinmetz going to look low, as we are now going to go 2 wide here at Zenjoltis. The next question becomes, will these drivers pit? As now Eric Steinmetz all on his own on the bottom. Now we're going to go 3 wide. Just everybody's going to go down the pit except for Kyle Keith in the 83. Keith will come around and be called your leader. Kyle Keith, the only car staying out, which means he's going to have to run right now on his own power. As we're going to have some more pit stops a bit later in today's event. Right now, the 83 all on his own leading this race. Next guys behind him are all on pit road right now. Then you got Michaels, Anderson, Culp, Pericles, Wilson, Bishop, Skirvin, Robinson, and Onesto is the last one. I believe he might have gotten busted for speeding because he's well behind everybody. There's Kyle Keith. Might have gotten a little too low there. I saw some smoke flying. Not sure what that was. Keith running clean and green right now, as we haven't had a single wreck so far in today's event. Knock on wood there. Managing your pit strategy is probably the most important part of today's race. If you don't have a good pit stop, you're not going to do well. I think Lamas might have actually had a good pit stop, and that might affect the way he finishes today's race. Right now, Kyle Keith is out front. Coming around that turn this time, we're now about to complete the halfway mark as Keith will cross the stripe as he goes down pit lane. So Annie Thomas is a couple laps down. She is 1 lap down, which means that the leader is going to be Joshua Michaels, if I am correct. Now where is Cody Lamas in that number 9 car? He's still in the middle of the pack, so he's not leading. That will go to Joshua Michaels. Everybody is on their own right now. So right now, they're going to use the next 5 laps to find a partner to draft with. Michaels, the fact that he is all on his own right now, he's going to have to hurry up and find somebody, because right there, there's a tandem. The 25 and the 22 are working together to an extent, but they're about to pick up another customer. And the number 99 of Kyle Anderson. There's the 26 right there of Jordan Tolk. He's working along with that number 9 of Cody Lamas. And there's another customer about to get on that 3-car tandem. That being the 6 of Nick Pericles. There's another car to look out for. Back to 4-car tandem. That tandem could work quickly together and get everybody up the car to catch Michaels. Right now, Michaels technically is on his way to getting his first career victory. It may not be a points race, but technically he's going to go to victory lane. However, for some odd reason, they're still scoring the 83 as your leader. In fact, I don't even see the 83 on track right now. He's not even being scored. There he is. He's on pit road currently at the moment, coming off. So the question now becomes, nope, never mind. He's still behind everybody as he comes off, which means Michaels will be your leader. Zenjoltis is a very unique track, one of the longest tracks you will ever see. As Michaels, who's driving very cautiously right now, will come around next time to complete lap number 6 of 10. Michaels driving this race very well at the moment. But watch out. Coming quickly right there. There's the 99. As these two drivers are going to go down pit road one more time. Technical issues is my assumption. And 22 of Jed Timms is going to stay out along with Eric Steinmetz. Both cars. Driving really well at the moment. It'll be interesting to see who eventually will get the victory here today, as we only have about 4 laps to go. Now folks, it's time to be making your picks. Will you see Timms? Will it be Steinmetz? Other drivers probably took their turn down pit road along with Michaels and Anderson. Probably all the other drivers except for 4 that stayed out originally. That being Timms, Steinmetz, Ryan Wilson, I believe, was the 3rd, and then Kyle Keith, who stayed out an additional lap. It'll be interesting to see who really is the dominant car with all this pitting and drafting. It should be fun to see who can pull out the victory here today at Zenjoltis. As both these cars will come down pit road this time as Timms leads the lap. So the lead will go to Kyle Keith, as he's going to stay out. He is yet a lap down. He's still your leader, so he will stay out. And I saw some smoke flying there. I believe we're still green. I don't see the pace car moving. Pace car's still good, so I believe we are green. There's Kyle Anderson. I don't know what just happened to the 83 of Keith, or where it just disappeared off to, but I have this weird feeling that it is not your leader. In fact, I have a feeling that Kyle Anderson is your leader. So Kyle Anderson is your leader, possibly. Not 100% sure. Joshua Michaels might just be making the lead pass. Not confident if Kyle Keith over there is going to be your leader or not. But between Kyle Keith and the rest of this field is the pit lane. So that makes a big impact in figuring out who is your leader. There's Eric Steinmetz, who's coming off pit road right now as well. If he beats the 04 and the 99 down pit road, which he will not, I do not think. Nope, he will. So Steinmetz might have just picked up the lead. Where's Jed Timms? Not in front. So Steinmetz might just be your leader. Remember, there's 2 spots that'll get you into the All-Star race. Nope, Kyle Keith, your leader, as he goes down pit road. There's Jed Timms, but he is still far behind the rest of the field. As there's Eric Steinmetz, your leader right now. Across the stripe that time as Kyle Keith hit pit road. It's not going to be called as the leader, but we know it as him being the leader, which means the white flag will not come out this time. It will not come out until somebody passes Kyle Keith. There's the 04 right there. He's now going to be your leader as he passes 25 of Steinmetz. But there's Kyle Anderson still in play in this race as well. Don't count him out yet. It's probably going to be one of these two guys making their way into tomorrow's All-Star event. One thing notable about tomorrow's event, a lot of one-race deal drivers only running for one race. It should be interesting to see how they fare against the new guys and the veterans of the series. Right now, Michael's being your leader, as we have not received the white flag yet, as Kyle Keith is back in the pack. So most likely, when the 04 crosses the stripe next time, it'll be for the white flag. As it's now going to be a 5 going to be racing for the lead, as Pericles and Lamas now in the mix in today's event. White flag in the air for Joshua Michaels. 1 to go here today at Zenjoltis. As Cody Lamas is going to take a peek inside. Whoa! Eric Steinmetz going to move up high quickly. That's going to slide to him back as nobody right now passing the 04. Right now, the 04 and the 99 would be the two cars set to make it into tomorrow night's All-Star race if everything goes well. Both drivers are sophomore drivers. In fact, the top 4 right now are all drivers that competed in the first season of this series. Joshua Michaels was very consistent last season, in fact had no wins. There is in fact one driver competing in tomorrow night's All-Star race that does not have a win, and that happens to be your reigning champion Henrietta Fitzwater. For those of you who did not watch Season 1, Fitzwater happened to win the championship off extreme consistency, no wins. That was Michaels' team last year, but the consistency part just didn't work out, as Michaels finished about 8th and 9th in points. I can't remember exactly, but it was inside the top 10, but it was not good enough to win the championship. As now Cody Lamas going to peek inside, but it doesn't look like he's going to have enough drafting time to get up there. As it's Michaels and Anderson, your top 2 at the moment, and from what I'm seeing, it looks like it'll stay that way. Lamas has one chance to make the pass for the lead, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Lamas peeking inside. Will he beat Mike Anderson? No. Joshua Michaels wins the Gander Showdown, and Anderson joins him, advancing into the Gander Mountain All-Star race. Congratulations to Joshua Michaels, getting the big win here today at Zenjoltis, advancing him and Kyle Anderson into the All-Star race. Let's look at your official finishing results. These are not official yet, but we can pretty well assume the top 5 will be Joshua Michaels, Kyle Anderson, Cody Lamas, Eric Steinmetz, and Nick Pericles. 6th on back have yet to cross the stripe. We are waiting on word on where they will finish the event. Let's see, I think Jordan Culp, he's going to be scored as finishing 6th. RJ Bishop looks like he'll be scored 7th. Zachary Robinson will be scored 8th, most likely. Then you have Kate Skirvin back there. It looks like she'll be scored 9th. And Ryan Wilson, who was leading the points, but just most recently lost it, he'll be scored in the 10th position. Then back here you have Kyle Keith. I believe he's currently... Yep, there's our official results. Kyle Keith will finish 11th. Joe Spinesto back there running very slow off the pace. He'll finish 12th. Jed Timms unfortunately fell off the pace late in this race. He's been very dominant this year, but he's not going to advance to the All-Star race. He'll finish 13th. And Annie Thomas, who I believe is your points leader currently in the standings right now, she'll finish 14th. Keep in mind, this race has nothing to do with the points. So, that about does it here today at Zenjoltis. Congratulations to Joshua Michaels and Kyle Anderson. Tomorrow night is your All-Star event. 29 drivers, including Michaels and Anderson, and then all your favorite drivers that have won over the past 2 seasons will be back in action tomorrow night, driving to get one big victory. We saw Troy Kang back in the Gander Shootout back at Daytona go to victory lane off of one race deal. Maybe we'll see him go back to victory lane, as he's now in the going to be competing in the Gander Shootout for life. Maybe he'll be competing in the Gander All-Star Race for life. This has been one exciting race. Thanks everybody for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Next up, the Gander All-Star Race, and then following that will be the Great American Airlines 300 live here from Zenjoltis. That is going to be a big event, and it was one of everybody's favorite events, as that'll be the final race of this segment. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.